You cannot feed a nation with borrowed food, and you cannot free a people without feeding them. Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters across Africa and beyond, today we witness a pivotal moment in the story of African self-reliance. A story that does not begin in boardrooms in Paris or Washington, but in the rich red soil of Burkina Faso, a land that, though often ignored by mainstream media, is beginning to write a revolutionary new chapter. And leading this movement is none other than Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a man whose leadership is breaking away from colonial models and planting the seeds of a truly independent future. Traoré has launched a massive, unprecedented agricultural training initiative aimed squarely at the heart of the nation's greatest resource, its youth. Over 8,000 young Burkinabés are being trained in modern, sustainable and mechanized farming techniques through intensive programs across the country, including the flagship program at ENAFA, the National School for Agriculture and Agribusiness. This is not just about agriculture. This is about liberation, economic, cultural, national. For decades, Burkina Faso has suffered from food insecurity, low agricultural productivity, and dependence on imported food and foreign aid. Despite having fertile land and hardworking farmers, outdated techniques, lack of infrastructure, and limited access to credit and training have held the country back. Worse still, the youth, nearly 70% of the population, have been left jobless or forced to migrate, their potential wasted in urban slums or lost in foreign lands. Farming, once a respected and vital part of society, was seen as a last resort, a sign of poverty, not pride. But President Traoré is turning that perception on its head. With the launch of this program, farming is no longer a fallback, it is the foundation. The mission is clear: train a new generation of agricultural entrepreneurs, capable of feeding the nation, creating wealth, and reclaiming food sovereignty. ENAFA, under the presidential initiative, has become the nerve center of this revolution. Over 675 young people are already deep in training, learning everything from soil health and irrigation systems to climate-resilient crop planning, machinery handling, agribusiness management, and export strategy. What makes this different is not just the scale, but the philosophy. It's about national pride. Youth are no longer just beneficiaries, they are now the architects of their own economic freedom. This is a paradigm shift. The presidential initiative for farming doesn't stop at education. It equips these future farmers with access to equipment, seed banks, microloans, and market access. Instead of depending on the West for aid, Burkina is creating its own value chains. Mechanized tools, tractors, irrigation systems, and mobile agritech are all part of the package. And perhaps most powerfully, these young people are trained in cooperatives, learning to work not as individuals in isolation, but as unified, organized bodies that can negotiate fair prices, acquire land together, and export to neighboring regions as a collective. This is Pan-Africanism in practice. This initiative sends a message not just to Burkinabe citizens, but to the entire African continent and the world. The era of dependency is ending. If Burkina Faso, a landlocked country with few external resources, can mobilize its youth and reclaim its destiny through the soil, then so can others. This is why Traoré's agricultural revolution is not simply a national project. It is a continental signal, a case study in self-determination, a direct challenge to the old systems of exploitation and aid dependency that have held Africa hostage for generations. Of course, this path is not without obstacles. Climate change, insecurity, and sabotage from external actors will test this initiative. But what matters more is the resolve that Traoré and the youth have shown. They are not waiting for permission from international institutions. They are not asking for validation from Western economists. They are moving. Now, with every hectare cultivated, every young farmer trained, and every seed planted, they are writing a new future. One that is African-led, African-built, and African-proud. This farming initiative is more than a program. It is a declaration. A declaration that Burkina Faso will feed itself. That its youth are not a burden, but a blessing. That the land is not a curse, but a cure. Traoré has shown the continent what bold, clear, people-driven leadership can achieve. Now, the question is not whether the youth will answer this call, they already are. The real question is, who will follow next? Africa's destiny is no longer being written in foreign capitals. It is being written in the soil under the sun, by the hands of young farmers rising with pride. Let the world watch. Let history remember. The revolution is green, and it has begun in Burkina Faso. Welcome to Stand Up Africa. This is your go-to channel for bold African stories, real news, and fearless truth. From politics to power moves, we spotlight Africa's rising voices. Subscribe and join the movement because Africa is standing up and the world is watching. Disclaimer: the content on Stand Up Africa is for informational and educational purposes only. While we aim for accuracy, we encourage viewers to do their own research. All opinions expressed are those of the creators and do not reflect official positions unless stated.
In the heart of Africa lies a nation with a rich history and even greater potential, Burkina Faso. A land where tradition meets innovation and where a new generation of farmers is rising to meet the challenges of feeding a growing population, while embracing cutting-edge techniques that boost productivity and ensure food security. His journey began with humble beginnings, yet his vision encompasses nothing less than transforming the way farming is perceived and practiced in Burkina Faso. At the forefront of this green revolution is an extraordinary leader, Ibrahim Traoré, a man who dared to dream big and work tirelessly to empower his fellow citizens through agriculture. As we delve into the story of this remarkable individual, we'll uncover how his innovative ideas are not just changing lives, but reshaping the future of agriculture. Born and raised in the rural areas, he witnessed firsthand the challenges faced by farmers and the immense potential that lay untapped in the agricultural sector. With a deep sense of purpose, he embarked on a mission to unlock this potential and drive positive change for his nation. His plan was audacious: to train 8,000 young people in the art and science of modern agriculture, equipping them with the skills and knowledge to become the nation's agricultural heroes. Thousands of young men and women heeded the call, enrolling in Ibrahim's training programs and embracing the opportunity to learn from the best. But he didn't just want to teach traditional farming methods. The trainees were a diverse group, each bringing unique perspectives and a shared thirst for knowledge. Among them were individuals from various backgrounds, some who had always dreamed of becoming farmers and others who were making a career shift. But what united them was their desire to learn and contribute to the growth of Burkina Faso's agricultural sector. He brought in experts from various fields to share their insights and expose the trainees to the latest technologies and trends in agriculture. Recognizing this, Ibrahim incorporated modules on agricultural entrepreneurship and marketing. Trainees learned how to conduct market research, develop business plans, and access funding opportunities. They were encouraged to think like entrepreneurs and to see agriculture as a viable and profitable career path. There were sessions on greenhouse farming, drip irrigation systems, solar-powered equipment, and even drone technology. The trainees learned about precision farming, which involves using data and technology to optimize crop yields and resource usage. They explored drip irrigation systems, which deliver water directly to plants, reducing waste and increasing efficiency. Moreover, they were introduced to pest management strategies that minimize the use of harmful chemicals, promoting sustainable agriculture. The trainees were encouraged to embrace innovation and explore new possibilities in agriculture. Through his visionary initiatives, he has empowered thousands of young people, transforming their lives and shaping the future of agriculture in the country. He has shown that with passion, dedication, and a clear vision, one person can make a significant difference. His work has not only increased agricultural productivity, but has also instilled hope and pride in the youth of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim recognized that for farmers to truly thrive, they needed to move beyond simply producing raw agricultural products. Let us invest in our youth, provide them with the necessary resources, and support their dreams of becoming agricultural trailblazers. If you've been as inspired by Ibrahim's work as I have, please don't hesitate to show your support by liking this video and subscribing for more stories of innovation and change. Let's continue to celebrate their achievements and support their initiatives. Until next time, keep being the change you wish to see in the world. Your support means the world to me and helps me continue sharing these impactful stories with you. He provided training on gender-sensitive agricultural practices, financial literacy, and leadership skills, recognizing that women's equal participation in agriculture was crucial for the sector's growth and sustainability. Whether it's volunteering your time, donating to local farmers, or advocating for policies that promote sustainable agriculture, every effort counts. He played a pivotal role in fostering a sense of pride and identity among the youth of Burkina Faso. By showcasing agriculture as a modern, innovative, and rewarding field, he challenged the perception of farming as a profession. He inspired a new generation of agripreneurs who saw agriculture not as a fallback option, but as a dynamic and promising career choice. He incorporated modules on processing and preserving agricultural goods, enabling the trainees to create value-added products that had a higher market value. This included training in areas such as fruit preservation, dairy processing, and the production of organic fertilizers. As the trainees received their certificates, they were not just recognized for completing a course, but for becoming agents of change, for stepping into a legacy that had the potential to transform the agricultural landscape of Burkina Faso. It was a masterclass of sorts, passing down the torch of knowledge from one generation to the next, ensuring that the legacy of sustainable agriculture would continue to flourish. They returned to their communities as agricultural ambassadors, sharing their newfound expertise and inspiring others to follow in their footsteps. They started their own farms, took up positions in agricultural cooperatives, and became mentors to aspiring farmers. Their impact was far-reaching, and the ripple effects of Ibrahim's initiative were felt across the nation. No, Ibrahim envisioned a new way forward, one that embraced innovation, technology, and environmental sustainability. He wanted the trainees to not only learn from him and the instructors, but also from each other. There were group discussions, brainstorming sessions, and field exercises that encouraged teamwork and knowledge sharing. The trainees formed bonds that went beyond the classroom, creating a network that would support them throughout their agricultural journeys. Ibrahim Traoré, a name that has become synonymous with progress and prosperity in Burkina Faso. Trainees delved into the intricacies of soil management, crop selection, irrigation techniques, pest control, and so much more. They learned about the importance of soil health, the power of organic farming practices, and the value of biodiversity. It wasn't just about acquiring knowledge. It was about cultivating a deep understanding and appreciation for the natural world. Upon graduating, Ibrahim wasted no time in putting his knowledge into practice. He co-founded the African Agricultural Youth Network, a platform that became a beacon of support and empowerment for aspiring agricultural entrepreneurs. Through this initiative, he provided guidance and resources to countless individuals, nurturing their dreams and equipping them with the tools to succeed. His journey took him to the prestigious Cheikh Anta Diop University of Dakar, where he immersed himself in the world of agronomy. Trainees weren't confined to classrooms. No, they were actively involved in real-world farming scenarios, working in fields, tending to crops, and gaining first-hand experience in all aspects of agricultural production. They learned how to plant, weed, irrigate, and harvest, understanding the nuances of each step in the process. But his visionary thinking didn't stop there. Ibrahim recognized the need for a more comprehensive approach, a system that would transform agriculture from a mere subsistence activity to a thriving industry that could propel Burkina Faso onto the path of sustainable development. And so his most ambitious project was born. With unwavering determination, Ibrahim set out to create an agricultural revolution in Burkina Faso. The idea took root and soon gained momentum, attracting the attention of the nation's youth who were eager to be part of this transformative movement. And who better to teach them than the experts themselves, the seasoned farmers who had honed their skills over years of experience. As the training commenced, a buzz of excitement and anticipation filled the air. The curriculum was meticulously designed, blending theoretical lessons with practical hands-on experience. One of the standout aspects of the training was its focus on practical application. Ibrahim, being the visionary that he is, ensured that the training went beyond traditional methods. But agriculture isn't just about the science and techniques. It's also about understanding market trends, identifying opportunities, and developing successful business plans. Throughout the training, Ibrahim fostered a supportive and collaborative environment. Weeks turned into months, and the training program culminated in a graduation ceremony that was a testament to the success of the initiative. Now, equipped with the knowledge and skills they had acquired during the training, these 8,000 young graduates were ready to take on the world. One of the significant contributions of Ibrahim's training program was the introduction of modern techniques and technologies to traditional farming practices. Another notable aspect of the training was its emphasis on value addition. Ibrahim understood the importance of empowering women in agriculture. He specifically designed programs that addressed the unique needs and challenges faced by female farmers. The impact of Ibrahim's work extended beyond the economic realm. As we conclude our journey into the remarkable story of Ibrahim Tractor, let us take a moment to appreciate the profound impact he has had on the agricultural sector of Burkina Faso. Ibrahim's story serves as an inspiration not just for Burkina Faso, but for the entire continent of Africa. So as we look to the future of agriculture in Africa, let us embrace the spirit of innovation and entrepreneurship that Ibrahim has championed. If you've been inspired by Ibrahim's story, I encourage you to seek out opportunities to support agricultural initiatives in your own communities. Together, we can help create a future where agriculture is not just a means of sustenance, but a pathway to prosperity and a force for positive change. Thank you for joining me on this incredible journey through the story of Ibrahim Traoré and the agricultural revolution in Burkina Faso. Remember, changemakers like Ibrahim Traoré are shaping our world in extraordinary ways.